This is the book that I'll be reviewing for this video, and in case you want to check out any of the other books I've reviewed already, I have this playlist reviewing subscribers' books series, and it has all of the different episodes that I've done for this series. So in case you're interested, then definitely go ahead and check that out, and I'll have that in the comments linked below. So moving on to the actual review, this is an airplane coloring book. Right off the bat, I really love the cover of the book. I think it's very well done. I love the animation, and I can clearly see what it says on the cover here. So awesome job. It definitely caught my eye, and I think that is very well done. I'm not sure if you did it yourself or paid somebody to do it, but regardless, I think it came out very well. So airplane coloring book is your title, which absolutely makes sense. You can only have what's written on your cover or your spine be the actual title of the book. So this is definitely appropriate, and you have proper capitalization. And moving on, I have the coolest aircraft friends, an airplane coloring book for kids. Oh, actually, maybe this is the end of your title. I'm not sure. Usually there's a colon after the title, but I'm not sure if this is a colon after the title or if this is a colon. So just make sure airplane coloring book is the only thing in your title, and then this is perfectly fine to have in the subtitle. I just want to make sure that's not in the title unless you have it written on the spine here, but I don't see it on the cover. So I have the coolest aircraft friends, an airplane coloring book for kids, 40 helicopters, jumbo jets, airliners, biplanes, and more. So overall, I think you have a pretty good cover. I mean, pretty good title. I do think you have a really good cover, but pretty good title. You did have to repeat airplane coloring book here, so I'm not sure if I would do that. I would maybe change it to like an activity book for kids or something so that we could try to get some more keywords in there. But other than that, I mean, sometimes you do need to repeat it. Like, it does flow. I do also think this part right here is a little weird to the eye. So friends, exclamation point, and then the colon. Maybe have like a space there. I'm not sure if that's grammatically correct, but I would maybe try to change this here. I'm guessing I have the coolest aircraft friends is maybe like part of your potential series or something. It's not listed on the title, so I'm not really sure on that. You do have this little bar here as well to try to separate the different items. I think that's perfectly fine. I love how you did add all these other keywords here, like airliners, biplanes, helicopters, jumbo jets. So overall, I think your title is very well done. There's like a few things I'm kind of nitpicking to maybe just look at and potentially change, but overall, I think everything is right. I think your capitalization should be right, and it looks very well done, and it kind of flows to read. So you can kind of change that if you want to, with some of the suggestions I gave, but overall I think it's pretty good. I did look at your author page, and I'm not going to go into too much detail because this is on a public YouTube video, but for anyone else that wants to look up this book and look at your author page, it's very well done. You have your other books listed there, you have a profile picture, and you have your about the author bio, and it was heartbreaking to read, so I just want to say that I am so sorry for your losses, and may each of them rest in peace. And I'm not going to go into detail again because this is your information, not mine, but if anyone else is interested to check out your book, then obviously they can go and read your bio, but I just don't want to share that here because that's your information to share, not mine. So moving on to your price, paperback $5.38. So I actually think this is a really fair price. It seems to actually be on the cheaper side compared to most. So I think your price is perfectly fair. And this book was published March 20th, 2022. So it's been around for almost a year, like 11 months, 10, 11 months. And now looking at your description, explore the skies right from home. That's really catchy. I love that. With 40 pages of jet planes, helicopters, and airplanes, this is the perfect coloring book for kids who love to fly. So I do think you have a great opening statement here. However, I think there's a few grammar things. So after airplanes, there should be maybe a period. And then this is the perfect coloring book for kids who love to fly. But I don't think you need all the capitalization you have in here. Like, it's probably okay, but I would make it the same. So I don't think is would need to be capital if you're not going to capitalize to, for example. I mean, that might be correct. I'm not a perfect person when it comes to grammar, but I don't think you need to capitalize it all here. But again, that's personal preference. But I would definitely add a period or something, just that this isn't a run on sentence. Is your child fascinated by airplanes? Do they want to fly high and explore the skies? Oh, that's really nice. Does your child want to become a pilot in the future? Well, strap in because these airplanes are about to lift off. It's common for children to dream about becoming a pilot in the future. I'm just going to skim through this a little bit. So I think this is great. You have some amazing keywords, amazing like attention grabbing sentences. I do think it's a little bit lost being all grouped together. So maybe like add a space here, like hit enter and kind of separate some of these italicized ones with the paragraphs. Try to just like break it up a little bit. It kind of just looks like a lot all together, but I think what you have written is amazing. Like it's definitely eye-catching and grabs your attention. And I love down here, you say you can use watercolors, paint, markers, colored pencils, more. Explore the skies and know that the sky is the limit with this coloring book. It's time to buckle up and get ready for liftoff. Scroll up, click on buy now, and get your copy now. So I would maybe change this bottom one too. It's great to have like a call to action, but I think it just sounds repetitive with get your copy now. So maybe, and it also depends like what you're in. So I'm on my laptop, so I don't need to scroll up. Like I can have it right here, but I totally get like where you're going with that. So I would maybe, you can probably keep scroll up if you want. You could do like scroll up, click on buy now, and maybe get your copy today, or get your copy, something like that, because you can't guarantee you'll get it today, but maybe just so it's the now isn't as repetitive. But overall, amazing description. There's a few things I would maybe change just to make it a little more appealing and some grammar issues, but other than that, I think your description's well done, has a lot of eye-catching and attention-grabbing statements. So you have 40 pages here, and I think, yep, you wrote 40 pages there as well. And it's 8.5 by 11. I'm not sure the average number of pages for a kid's coloring book, but I think 40 pages to color is pretty good. So I think that's fine. 8.5 by 11 is a great size. And you have actually sold the book. It has a BSR ranking of 4.6 million right now. I think it was lower when I originally looked at your book, so I know it fluctuates every day, but you are making sales, which is awesome, and I think they're definitely well-deserved. So now let's look at the look inside feature. It always glitches for me for a second, but let's just get a look of the inside of your book, because I think the cover is very well done, and we'll also look at the back cover. So scrolling down, you have a nice rounded border, and then here is an airplane. And then it looks like we only get to see one page, and then this is just the back. So I think the back's perfectly fine. You don't have images or anything about the author on here, but I don't think you need to. I think having a plain design back cover like this, like with just the design, is fine. However, I think you could maybe spice it up a bit by adding some of the pages that are inside the book as like an example on the back, especially because people only get to see this one image here. I think there may be a way to increase the look inside feature, but normally you don't want to give away too much, so maybe just adding a few pictures on the back cover would be great, or maybe just adding a few more pages. But again, this is like totally up to you, and I'm just kind of being really nitpicky here. So moving on, the keyword that you listed was airplane coloring book. So I looked that one up. It has a niche score of 47, which that's a good score, but let's go ahead and verify it. So has search results of 1,000, so which is good, or about 1,000, and that's what we want. There's 38 independently or individually published on the first page, which is good. That means that people are selling who publish with KDP. BSR average is 341,000. Average reviews is 333 though, which is really high. And the average price is $6.89, so you're actually below it. And look at this, you don't have any reviews yet, but that's okay. So now let me just scroll down, and we have a lot of these independently published, which is great. That shows that we can actually sell them, but some of them have pretty low rankings. This one's 70,000, and it has 61 reviews. This one is 4,000. It was also published a month after your book, though, which is pretty interesting. but I have no idea if they ran ads or if you ran ads or anything like that. There's 70,000 again, 150,000, 406,000, 393,000. This one's 5,000, but that's an ad because, yeah, that's not really related. 53,000, that's not a KDP book, though. Let's see, 79,000. So there are some here that are pretty competitive. This one has 282 reviews, 808 reviews, 59, 87 reviews. So there is some competition here. Does have a good store, good search results, good BSR, but the reviews are kind of high and the BSRs are pretty low on some. So this is going to be competitive, although it is ranked very well, and this is a niche that it's probably good to get into. You may need to be running ads in order to compete with all of these other coloring books here, because if somebody sees a book with 150 5-star reviews compared to a brand new book or a book that doesn't have reviews, they're going to go with the one that has reviews most likely. So just something to note. But overall, I think this is a pretty solid one to get into. The competition doesn't seem to be outrageous. Like, there's definitely competition here, but it seems doable to be able to break into this niche. So I'm not sure if you're running ads or not, but that might be something to consider, at least looking into. I'm not really sure how your sales are daily because I don't know the BSR every day or anything like that. But overall, I think this is a good niche to get into. And if you haven't been running ads, then that's even better that you've been able to get sales. And hopefully you get reviews soon, because I think that will definitely help you. So overall, I think you did a very, very good job on this book. I am really impressed. I think it's well done. It's appealing to the eye. I think your cover is very well done. I guess if I could give one tip on the cover, would maybe be the coloring book in this yellow banner. They're both angled or like wavy, but they're waving the other way. So the coloring book is up here and then it goes down and then it goes up, where the banner is down, goes up, and then goes down. So I'd maybe like just make them go the same way so it looks like they flow better. But that is me just being really picky, because my initial look at the cover is that it's very well done. So hopefully this was helpful. I hope that you continue to get sales, and congratulations on publishing your very own KDP book. And I noticed you have a few others as well, so congratulations on all of those. And I hope that you have success. I really hope this video was helpful to you, or at least anybody else watching. And if you want to have another book reviewed, or if someone watching wants to have their book reviewed, then please check out the submission in the form below. It is completely free. I don't guarantee doing a review, but I do try to get to all of them. So in case you're wanting to have your book reviewed in a video just like this, then please go ahead and check out that form. So thank you guys so much for watching and listening. I hope that you have a great day.